Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Thresh, and I'll be facing off against the Aurelion Sol adventure from the Legends of Arcane campaign. I figured I might as well just go for it right before the next content update drops. It should be live by this point. If not, they will just be ending the reveal season anyway. So yeah, I went ahead and got Thresh up to 6 stars because that seemed like fun. So now we'll be able to face off against the 6-star adventure, hopefully. Also, I went ahead and changed the last relic in my Thresh from a Warmog's armor to a Guardian's orb, because I feel like we summoned Thresh a bunch of times with the Soul Lantern anyway. So getting epic items when we summon a Thresh seems fine. We'll be able to get a bunch of them hopefully. And with the corrupted star fragment, it's just there for the usual give Thresh some stats after he summons a unit off of the Soul Lantern. Let's see how things pan out. Harrowed Path, March of the Machine, Celestial Aid. All of these are not really that great with our deck. Game Start Draw 2, Blood Hunt, +1 attack. Oh, all of these are terrible. Always have Nightfall, grant me +2/+0 and Quick Attack. If I already have Quick Attack, grant me double attack instead. All I have to do is find a way to give Thresh Quick Attack, and then this will give Thresh double attack. It's certainly better than all of the other options anyway, so I'm going to take it. And even if I don't give Thresh directly Quick Attack, I can still give something else Quick Attack, and then that will have double attack. And then I can kill that unit with Thresh, which will in turn give Thresh double attack. Yeah, I see the line. Now all I have to do is put that into practice. Let's Sword and Spray, which generates a ephemeral Ward and Spray.
Would be foolish to underestimate you.
I think I want a lot of units to die here, so let's do this. And then I can do this as well. Will reduce the cost of my Thresh by a whole bunch here. Could be at 1. Exactly, perfect. And with Thresh at 1 attack, I can drop him down for basically free. Let's jump block there, block there. This gives +4 attack, so it's safe to block with Thresh there. Sure, the Lee Sin will stick around because of the barrier, but it should be fine. Especially because I have Vengeance in hand anyway. The more ally units die, the better. Anyway. Ooh. Spirit Leech with double attack, or with Rally Banner, so I can go for another attack. I think the correct choice is to play something here, hopefully bait something out of the opponent, and then try to go for a Vengeance on the Lee Sin, hope the opponent doesn't have... Okay, he doesn't have a way to counteract it, so now I can just go for a free attack here. The unfortunate part is that we're not really pulling a lot of champions from our deck, even though that's only Thresh for now. But I actually have a plan to do that. I can go ahead and Spirit Leech, and then I can Vile Feast my own Spirit Leech, or the opponent just decides to attack for some weird reason. I don't understand why the opponent would attack there, but I'll take it. It just means I can go for an attack like so. Unfortunately, Thresh didn't get the overwhelm effect. Otherwise, I would have been able to close out the game right then and there. But it should be fine here. Perfect. Wasn't even that hard. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Oxcry Arena, Bakai Reaper, Azir. Bakai Reaper is way too tempting, especially if it has Bounty Board and Immortal. I can just toss it out and it will give us 3 deaths, which contribute +3/+3 to our whole game plan with the Dark Passage. Irelia, Taric or Ornn. Taric is interesting. Would it work the way I think it does? With Taric preventing the unit he is supporting from dying? Actually, I think the Thresh effect would kill the Taric first before the effect procced. So let's reroll. Kindred Fizz Mordekaiser. Pulling out Mordekaiser out of nowhere seems very fun. So I'm going to take it. Also, considering how much we want our units to die anyway, it's just synergistic with Mordekaiser's game plan as well. Okay, now I'm fully convinced we have no way to lose the game. At least on the later stages of the game, that is. We can still fumble in the beginning before we drop down Thresh and we level him up and we shit out Mordekaiser and whatnot. This is definitely going to be a challenge, especially considering that Sejuani starts with that massive of a board presence. A 18 attack overwhelm unit is no joke. I figured he would block like that. Fortunately, this is all part of the plan. Thresh is now at one cost. Mordekaiser is 5 out of 15 to level up.
Our spoils will rival the War Mothers. Hear that, Bristle? Varg offers a challenge.
I'm pretty sure I have no way other than to take the damage from the overwhelm, which is a bit unfortunate, but it should be fine. It's just 24 damage. I'm having a lot of units die here anyway, so Thresh is pretty beefy now. The problem is that Mordekaiser is... okay, no, Mordekaiser is no longer the same attack as Thresh, so Thresh can quite easily pull the Mordekaiser now, which is exactly what I needed. He pulled the Thresh instead. I suppose I'll take that as well. Mostly because every time I pull a Thresh, I just get more items on my cards anyway. And Mordekaiser leveled up. Great. Let's drop down the Makai Reaper, capture a unit. That's fine. I'll just grasp that unit down. Make sure that we have control of the board. The level up is fine. Do I have any unit that has the rally item? No, I don't. Unfortunate. But this is fine as well. Especially because with Mordekaiser on board, none of my units even die when I attack with the corrupted Star Fragment Thresh. So I can just do this, this and this. And now, theoretically, I drain 1 billion from the opponent because of Mordekaiser's attack effect. Well, not 1 billion, I drained 2, but still. Things would get progressively more difficult for the opponent because I would start draining more and more health. So yeah, all I have to do is survive the early game, and I should be able to deal whatever the opponent throws at me. The hard part is actually just surviving the early game, as we found last game. Game start when you play a card with base cost 4+. Not the Mysterious Portal. I guess we'll take the Mysterious Portals. It's not like they're that terrible anyway.
Always trust your spirit.
And I'm definitely lucky that I picked this path because Talia's powers can be... no, they're not that good. The only one that's actually relevant is the one that gives everything +1/+1 and overwhelm. That's the only thing that makes Talia's nodes in this campaign that great. That's a very scary karma. Let's drop down the Makai Reaper. I have full intentions to go... Never mind, I was about to go for a Wings and a Wave and whatnot, but if the opponent's going to drop down below the 9-man, I'm definitely taking the opportunity to get rid of the karma. Yeah, let's pull there. This gives Thresh elusive. Summoning another Thresh is great because more items for my cards. And Thresh is halfway leveled up. And the opponent doesn't have a karma on board. That's also huge. Yeah, that was a very lackluster turn from the opponent. Ooh, lucky. A Aurelion Soldier. Can you attack, opponent, please? I think it would be nice if you attacked. He probably won't attack, so that means I'll waste the encroaching mists. But it's fine. I'm just doing this in order to have as many units die as possible. This way I can go for the Thresh attack safely. And hopefully I don't end up summoning way too many champions here. That's a Mordekaiser. That's another Mordekaiser. Please, I would rather have Mordekaiser on board than this crap. I'll definitely kill my own unit just so Mordekaiser can stick around on board. Right. Doesn't work like that. That's annoying. And I even waste the Mordekaiser. That's terrible. I can definitely make it work, but I definitely have too many units on board. Which is unfortunate, because I wanted to use Mordekaiser to heal up. Well, Spectral Purveyor is a way to heal up.
Trust your instincts. Let's fly.
I'll just throw the Spectral Purveyor to Thresh.
Hardened scales.
Now that I think about it, with all of my units just cascading into a smaller unit from the bounty board, as long as I don't end up fighting against a lot of encounters that have overwhelmers like the last one, I should be able to just jump block most of what the opponents do. Annoying that the opponent denied me my health there. But I have the regeneration in between encounters, so I'll be fine. Soul Harvest, Stalking Shadows, Invasive by Divine. Let's pick up the Stalking Shadows because all of the other ones are atrocious.
Every tapestry begins with a single stitch.
When an ally attacks, it plays Threaded Volley. Your spells and skills deal 1 extra damage for ally landmark. Yeah, even if I had the money, I wouldn't take that. This is the one that I wanted. The Hibernating Rockberry is not that great, but +1/+1 and overwhelm on everything is huge. Here, let's cut a card. I'm definitely cutting the Stalking Shadows I just picked up because it's bad. And hopefully, in the upcoming shop, I'll have enough money to go for a decent power. Probably won't happen. Also, I'm facing off against Viktor, which is extremely scary. Viktor is just going to summon, is just going to get overwhelmed and a bunch of keywords right here at the start. And I won't be able to do anything about it. Really?
Sure, but I'm gonna stay a little me, right?
The unfortunate part is that I don't have challengers, but it's fine. We're going to drop down the cost of the Thresh to 0. The unfortunate part is that I won't have a single unit on board to make use of all of the stat upgrades that I just got there. Elusive and Overwhelm. If I do end up killing that Viktor, I'm going to be in an incredibly great position. If I end up surviving this anyway. Actually, Viktor just has enough damage on board to kill me with Viktor alone. So yeah, I guess I just need to get something that stops Viktor from leveling up, and that something is killing Viktor. Here, the hard Viktor encounter is so unfair, man. If you just let Viktor stick around for from one turn to the other, he immediately levels up and he has enough stats to close out the game on his own. And because he starts off with Spell Shield by default, removing him is a pain. And because he doubles up on the keywords he potentially gets, it just makes it so it's very likely he'll get Elusive and Overwhelm, so you end up getting screwed by that as well. You know what, that's fine. I don't need the landmark.
But I'm gonna stay a little me, right?
Let's attack with both of these. All I have to do is hope that the Viktor doesn't get Overwhelm Elusive. X-Core upgrade. Okay, so far so good. No Overwhelm, no Elusive quite yet. I'm definitely hitting the Viktor with the Vile Fist as soon as I get the opportunity, in order to increase the chances that he gets Spell Shield again, denies the Overwhelm, yep, denied the Overwhelm and the what's it called? Deny the Overwhelm and the Elusive as much as possible. Let's block like so. I definitely need a miracle to win here. I think I have a plan, but it involves disabling an enemy's keywords. Now I need him to not get the Spell Shield keyword desperately. And he gets Spell Shield. I wonder if it's guaranteed that he gets Spell Shield. Well, at the very least I can do this and go for a double Explorer's Blunder next turn. Let's do this, pull there. I'll trade that in as well. That's a Mordekaiser. At the very least, he is taking damage on the Viktor. Don't know if that will be relevant though. But by summoning Mordekaiser, I actually went ahead and managed to refill my spell mana. So at the very least I disabled all of the opponent's keywords here. So I can't, so the opponent has to go through a lot more effort to get more keywords. Okay, that's fine, sort of. The And dying on the other hand is not that good. Okay, that's fine. I have options in the way that I block here in order to mitigate the most amount of damage.
I want to go home.
Perfect. This also contributes a lot towards buffing my Thresh. I have 5 mana, go up to 6 next turn. I have elusive. Actually, I have 7 here. Let's go for a Mordekaiser turn, especially because Mordekaiser is leveled up. Maybe I can find a way to win this game here. Let's pull here, pull here. Kill that one. Hope that I pull enough units from my deck to close out the victory here. That's fine, I still do enough damage for to achieve victory. Ooh, that was nail biter of a game. I really should not underestimate Viktor ever. Is there even a 6-star champion that is guaranteed to win against Viktor? Well, besides Swain, of course. I think the answer is no. Iceborne Gauntlet, Double Time Watch, Arcane Knowledge. Definitely taking the Iceborne Gauntlet on Thresh. It should have helped against the Viktor. Round starter, create a Guile in hand. I don't need a Guile. So let's leave. Emperor's Guard, Spells Chest, Healer. Let's go for the card cut encounter, yeah.
Are you the hunter or the prey?
Even though Kaisa is a bit of a challenge. Especially because he starts off with a Kaisa right there at the start. Can start accumulating keywords right away. That's unlucky, we got both the wings and the wave without it being off of the Farsight alteration. It would be nice if he would trade
Gotta hit them hard.
his units in.
You are nothing without me.
I am everything either way.
All winds blow.
They've breached.
I'm doing this because I think it's actually fine. Because I can just drop down the Thresh and capture the Kaisa.
It's too late.
Yeah, he gets a Velvety Elder, but I just removed the Kaisa. So now I don't have to worry about Kaisa for a while.
Take the children to safety now.
Fortunately, he doesn't get buffs on his units based on the number of keywords. Otherwise, that Thresh was going to die right then and there. Definitely want to trade something in. I think this is better. Then we can attack with all of the other units. I'll hold back the prey here. That's a lot of damage coming to the opponent's Nexus. All because I pulled some Threshes off of the deck. And none of them, or none of the units that get resummoned are Kaisa, so I think this is safe. And we do this. Get rid of one of the opponent's units. Thresh level up is not really that crucial. My units or my champions are massive now.
The two-headed wolf haunts.
Let's deny the challenger its attack. Or at the very least the challenger with regeneration. The opponent's almost out of cards.
Entering crime scene.
I think the game's over here. Unfortunately, I miscounted yet again how many units I would summon. I should have held something back. It's alright. I can go ahead and do this in order to get some card draw going. Ooh, Comprehension Soldier has the Rally banner. I found little. That was quite lucky. Without it, I would have to wait an additional turn in order to close out the game. Come on, animations. There we go. And now, game over. We get to rally again, just in case the game doesn't end here. Of course it ends here. It's so much damage going through. Now the important part is what's next after this healer encounter. I think that no matter what, I don't have to worry about another encounter more challenging than the Viktor. But Fiora might put that to the test. Well, as long as I keep capturing Fiora with Thresh, it should be alright. Because Fiora's level up counter gets reset if she's removed and resummoned to the board. Oh, I was worried for a second that I wasn't going to get a Thresh here. I want to have my units die here.
Life is the ray that splits the skies.
Honestly, I'll take it.
I am undone.
That actually sets up perfectly so that I can go for Thresh next turn. The opponent might be able to summon another Fiora. Not if he wastes his mana like that though. So yeah, I figured I found a solution to winning the game here. I just needed to capture Fiora. Yeah, it's definitely the Iceborne Gauntlet on Thresh that's going to carry me to victory in this run. Let's see if we get lucky and summon a bunch of Threshes. That's one Thresh. That's another Thresh. Doesn't appear like we got a lot of epic items in the items in the cards in my hand, but it should be all right. Thresh itself got 2 Iceborne gauntlets, which is interesting. At the very least, Thresh is no longer under threat of dying to Fiora. Obviously, he's going to pull something that can die to Fiora. But the real question is, does the opponent actually have ways to attack again against Thresh?
If only Fiora could see me now.
Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, he doesn't have anything anymore. Perfect. That means that next turn, hopefully we can close out the game. Just going to Mordekaiser. Kill both of these, whatever. Now I'll just attack with 3 units, no more, because I know for a fact that I'll burn a bunch of stuff if I attack with more. Perfect. We summoned 2 more Mordekaisers to the board. We have we went ahead and got a bunch of Thrashes off as well. So we've been in an incredible position, even if we didn't win the game right there. Kai Reaper with hearty rations. Yeah, sure. It's a card that's already in my deck, so it's always good to buff it up further. Hold it. Yeah, I'm definitely taking the hold it. And the upgrade on the Valfist. Ooh, Honored Lord. I'm definitely... I want to check it out. Maybe they have a... even better upgrade for my Thresh. All of these are pretty bad, except the Thresh and the Valfist. I'll keep those 2. And we don't need the redundancy on the Thresh. And of course I drew the Wings and the Wave. Even though I just tossed it back into the deck. Let's go... Actually, let's go for the Aurelion Soldiers, sure. Then I'll gladly trade in these 2 units just to free up some board space and reduce the cost of the Thresh. I'll quite easily capture the Viego here. Killing the Aurelion Soldier, okay. Seems like overkill. But I can understand why, because the opponent's going to get a Aurelion Soldier next turn. And that's going to be huge for him, because it buffs up his Viego, obviously. And he gets more use out of the Encroaching Mist than I do. Let's drop down the Cursed Keeper. I'll gladly kill the Ember Maiden off. And then I'll trade in like so. Hopefully we don't summon too many Thrashes here. because I did decide to attack with a bunch of my own units. There we go. That Viego has a lot of life now that I realize. Now I just realized that. We're going to be here a while. Well, at the very least I'll be able to cheat out a Mordekaiser on my next attacking turn. Also I'll be able to do this in order to get rid of the Viego the opponent just summoned. Don't want to get the Viego anywhere close to leveling up. I know for a fact that I won't have anything that's able to deal with him. And Thresh is gone now. Crap. Well, let's drain 3 from there and hope for the best. He gets a Viego back.
It's playtime.
As long as he doesn't pull this last wind, I should be fine.
Just leave me alone.
I'll just be able to jump block the opponent's units. Hopefully they're into a removal here. Death's Grasp is not exactly the removal I wanted. Maybe I'll be able to draw into a Thresh if I keep playing the Vile Fists. Doesn't seem like it. But slowly and surely the opponent's losing his board and his resources and his life. Ooh, a Wings and a Wave. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. You know what? I'm fine with that. You don't get a Viego back. If I do this, I end up killing one of your units anyway and wasting the major part of the Dawning Shadow. And then I can Bakai Reaper with Elusive in order to chip away a little bit at your health. I think the opponent's doomed. Also, I have life still on the unit now. And he's releasing a Viego. Well, at the very least the Viego level up progress is reset. I have that as a positive. Also, I can drop down a leveled up Mordekaiser here without worry that the opponent's going to have removal. That's a plus as well. The opponent's hurting himself a whole bunch.
A bit underdressed.
Let's jump block both of these.
Destined to die.
I'll block like so to minimize the amount of damage I take. Only a single one of the opponent's units die, so I don't have to worry about Viego leveling up for a while. Actually no, never mind, because those two die. 8 plus 7 is 15. So that's enough to level up the Mordekaiser or the Viego. So Mordekaiser is going to die next turn because of the Viego. And I can't do anything about it. Well, if I can't do anything about it, I'll just spite the opponent. I'll release one of his Viegos into a full board. At the very least, that's one problem permanently gone. They definitely need a miracle to close out the game here. Oh, the last win saved my Mordekaiser. That's interesting. Unfortunately, the opponent captured my Spectral Purveyor. I can do this. But is this even enough? I'll do this to my own unit, mostly trying to get some damage in. The opponent did the same thing I did to him and released my unit back to me when I had a full board. What a jerk. And now my Spectral Purveyor is going to be burned as well. So there goes my lifesteal. I definitely need a way to close out this game. And I don't think I'll get there by not drawing Thresh. Well, wherever Thresh is definitely massive by now, considering all of the unit deaths that are going on. Let's trade that in. Actually, no, I can't afford to trade that in. I have to go ahead and go for jump blocks to try and minimize the amount of damage taken. Unfortunate part is that the opponent just steals my only opportunity to close out the game every turn. I'm just going to drop down my full hand of unit. And then hope that the next turn I can Death's Grasp something down. The harrowing when you have a full board is not really that scary, you know. You just end up doing a whole bunch of nothing. Or summoning a whole bunch of nothing. No attacks, really? Why wouldn't the opponent want to attack there? Finally a Thresh. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have double removal for it. Okay, Dawning Shadow is fine. I can deal with that. Now let's get rid of that one. Seems like the scariest out of all of these. We get Mordekaiser finally. Or we get Mordekaiser's effect finally. And we managed to close out the game. Oh, bother. We were so close to losing that game. The fact that we lost Thresh and just didn't get the second copy was definitely what screwed us. Also me miscounting and letting the opponent level up Viego. But I managed to get the game back. Ooh, Bakai Reaper with Rally Banner is huge. Now we have a way to consistently rally. R3 regenerations on Thresh or double time watch or power riff. Let's go hearty regenerations. One more keyword to share in case Thresh dies. And then for the card cut... I'm not really impressed with the performance of the Mask Mother. So I'm going to cut it. Poppy. Grant the foe's strongest unit +2/+2 for each unit they have. I'm pretty sure the opponent just has access to... Or maybe it's in a different adventure where the Poppy encounter just has access to Pompion's champion spell every turn. Or almost every turn, because it's like 3 mana. And she starts off with it a whole bunch. Basically, it's incredibly annoying.
The waters give you life, child.
Let's try to get a unit in hand. Another Vakai Reaper. Interesting. Wow, that's huge. We managed to keep control of the board. That means we deny the opponent a whole bunch of stat growths. And now we just have to make use of the stun in order to prevent the opponent from going ahead and killing us with a massive Poppy. Yeah, I'll do this. Mostly to rally. And so I can go for a attack this turn. Interesting. The opponent only decided to attack after I decided that it was fine to attack. Whatever. Doing this just contributes toward both my champions' game plans. So this is fine. It's fine to go ahead and lose a whole bunch of units. There's Thresh. Let's drop him down. Let's buff him up with the stats from the Rumpy Rock Bear. And I suppose I'll attack with that as well. Ooh. I just summoned a whole bunch of Thrashes. And I guess it paid off because the Vakai Reaper got a whole bunch of epic items now. Let's go ahead and get the Vakai Reaper down. I'm going to Vile Fist that Vakai Reaper in order to go ahead and rally. And I did that on purpose because now I can do this. And this Vakai Reaper allows me to rally. And I suppose I'll do this with the first wave to increase the amount of damage I deal. Maybe this is enough to close out the game. Wait, okay, I was about to say, why didn't I rally again? But there he is, there's our attack token. So yeah, now with Vakai Reaper and a Thresh on board, I can go for at least 2 attacks per turn. With Mordekaiser around, I can go for more, in fact. Thresh with Scout. Or double attack. Nah, Scout is better. We get 2 attacks off with Thresh that way. And 2 attacks off with Thresh means double the procs off of the Soul Lantern. Thresh has way too many attacks at this point. All of these are pretty bad. Shriman Preservation. Allies have -1, -0. I'm going to save up the reroll for the upcoming epic shop. Hopefully I'll get a epic power that's incredibly synergistic with my deck and carries me to victory over the Aurelion Sol. Because I feel like we're struggling a little bit too much for my taste. And we don't get the Thresh even though we have more Thresh's in deck than Mordekaiser's. Very annoying.
I gotta get out of here.
Let's do this. I just want to rally.
In the War Mother's name.
Well, rally and hopefully go for a little bit of damage on the opponent's ward.
Party of the Winter's Claw.
Right. I don't face off against Trinamere enough. Each round, the first time a foe's unit would die, grant them tough overall and fearsome instead. Scary. Very scary in fact, because he dropped down Trinamere on 6 man and I didn't expect that. Fortunately I have Thresh in hand, otherwise I would have been screwed. Let's start off simple and attack first with Thresh, proc the rally from the scout. 17. Then we can attack with the Bakai Reaper, give Thresh double attack and rally yet again. Unfortunately, we don't get to attack again with the due to the fact that the Bakai Reaper got killed because I don't have enough support space. But it's fine because I have more than enough damage on board to close out the game. Unless the opponent obviously has a frostbite effect. Yeah, obviously they would have used the frostbite effect by this point. Even the AI is not dumb enough to just ignore the fact that I am getting 3 free attacks off. Eventually they would react. The fact that they didn't show that they didn't really have a lot of options there. The box, lurking nightmare, phantom prankster. Honestly, the Ninja Tabi is what drives it over the other options. Normally I'd probably be inclined to pick up the Nightmare card. Grant your strongest ally a positive keyword at round start. Sure. And now Irelia and Ornn.
Fight for the first land.
Irelia is actually very scary. I definitely need Thresh in my opening hand if I want to deal with her. Even then it might not be enough. I'll keep the Vile Fist and the Bakai Reaper. There's a Thresh, so I guess I'm safe. Ooh, a second Thresh, just in case the first one doesn't work out. Yeah, okay. Irelia is a bit too big to use the Vile Fists on. I figured, Irelia is normally a rather
We must retreat for now.
low stated champion, so I can Vile Fist it down. How wrong was I?
Hang on, Fuzzball.
It's fine. The opponent's going to flawless duet here. I fully intend to
I've danced this 100 times.
go ahead and do this in order to both rally and reduce the cost of Thresh to the point where I can play it here. We capture the Irelia. The opponent has only 3 mana, so it's not like he can actually go ahead and bounce the Thresh back to my hand. At least I hope they can't.
All in the shoulders.
Interesting that the opponent's just throwing his units away like that. Let's see if it pays off. He's definitely taking a lot of damage off of the Thrashes here. Yeah. See, the Oracle was only showing 35 and I'm like, that Thresh has 40 attack. There's no way that's all the damage the opponent's taking there. I guess it just took a while to update. Now all I need to do is replicate that feat against the Ornn. Because I know for a fact that Ornn starts with 2 units on board.
Excellent. I brought nails.
And while I doubt that he'll be able to play Ornn at very least until he has 7 mana, or maybe 6 if he somehow gets a discount on it. Yeah, 7 mana. I know for a fact that he starts with extra mana, so this is going to be troublesome no matter what.
Forgetting is death to an immortal.
Urtha, please tell us a story.
The spirit of the mountains was working at his forge.
Not even I know what I'm cooking up.
I'm definitely going to go ahead and... oh, misclick. I wanted the last wind instead of the first wave. But like I was saying, I'm definitely going to throw all of my units away here. I want to go for the Thresh next turn in order to capture whatever he goes ahead and equips this turn. Which it turns out is a combat cook. Ooh, Wrath Colossus is a frightening thing. Fortunately, I have a way to, at the very least, reduce the amount of damage I take from it. I'm going for the Vile Fist on that one. Minimize the amount of ward presence on the opponent's side. While at the same time I restore a little bit of health. And now with Thresh buffed up and the Wrath Colossus stunned, I can just safely go for a Thresh attack here. I'm actually surprised by the fact that he didn't go for Ornn right away. I figured he would go for it as soon as he got the chance. I guess I was wrong. Well then, let's see what happens here. What units I summoned from this. Level up the Thresh. Yeah, this is not enough to close out the game though. Do I have a way to kill my own Makai Reaper? No, I don't. I guess I'll just box the opponent's units down. I think the opponent might have waited for his attacking turn in order to play the Ornn? Or I guess not. If you played the Ornn here, I think I would definitely be dead. So I don't know what the opponent's doing. Is he really that keen on playing the Frost Colossus? I guess they're large, but the opponent didn't even bother attacking with them. So there's no way I can understand why he wouldn't do it. Well, my Mordekaisers both die here, but at the very least I'm attacking with a bunch of damage from the Thrashes. And the opponent can't answer it. Perfect. I did manage to reach the end. Weird, I figured I would... when I died to the Viktor for the first time, I figured I would end up losing at some point throughout the run. But it doesn't seem to be the case. Now if I lose it will be to the Aurelion Sol. Well, at the very least I'll get to face off against it once. I definitely need a way to play Thresh on the first turn though, otherwise Aurelion Sol levels up and I'm screwed. I have a lot of units on board. I wonder if he'll summon something.
Constellations are stories in the sky.
He does summon something.
I've got this.
I'll try to trade it in.
Tell me a story.
That fly.
I would have liked it if I could play Thresh first turn,
What does he want?
but I can't, so I'll hold off, try to survive against the opponent's offensive turn, and then from there I'll drop down the Thresh on my defensive turn, and hopefully that will gimp the opponent's game plan. I know for a fact that since the opponent only has Aurelion Sol in hand or on board, that means he might have one in hand.
My life
And as scary as that is,
better take cover.
unless he has the removal or refill in hand, I'm fine. Do I drop Thresh down here though? It's very tempting to do so. He is out of mana, and without Aurelion Sol on board, his celestial cards cost the normal amount. Yeah, let's do it. Ooh! Thresh got double Iceborne Gauntlet. So I can get 2 captures off. This is actually massive. Can also do this. By doing this, it makes it so Thresh gets double attack. Okay, some of the cards I have on hand and on the board are actually getting the items. So the orb is... Oh! I didn't realize the Thrashes would deal that much damage. That was a bit surprising. I figured the game would go on for longer. I was wrong apparently. Aurelion Sol was among the easiest fights in this adventure. I struggled more against Viktor. Or Viego. Kind of funny. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.